Are you also sensing the exhaustion of playing the game? I'm sensing it tremendously the past days. I feel the only thing that is right for me is being. And there's a lot of conditioning on it. In this world, our beingness is not being praised, is not being celebrated. It's it's not seen as valuable. And it goes for both men and women. Men are not praised for their beingness. They need to provide, they need to be strong, whatever strength means. They need to all kinds of rules in being a man and being a woman. You need to be giving, you need to be nurturing, you need to set your own needs aside. Uh, it's exhausting. Lately, I'm celebrating my beingness more and more. And I'm sensing the ego that is chatting. Um, you are not providing, you are not productive, you don't have money. All these insanities. But the moment I wake up in the morning, I just go about my day in beingness, doing what naturally comes to me. And what naturally comes to me is a life of great simplicity, a life of great stillness. And that clashes with the outside world. When I'm going about my own day, my own rhythms, my own cycle, I feel worthy, I feel loved, I feel held by source. But the moment I start interacting with other people, um, I feel judged. It's not because they judge me in a direct way. It's their own conditioning. They are still playing the game of um, status. Money equals self-worth. Um, employment, doing something equals self-love or equals to be loved. Um, some people might even ask me or have been asking me, what do you do all day? What do you do all day? I exist. I live. And I laugh about it, but it's really not funny because existing is something um, most people don't recognize anymore. Beingness. And it stops with that, not be strong, be productive, be wealthy, be attractive, be. Do you feel it? I really have nothing to give but beingness. And it sounds like I'm saying that's really word shit, but that is not what I'm saying here. And the moment my beingness is being sabotaged, manipulated, controlled, judged, I know that I'm not in the right place. We live in a society where we have to constantly, unfortunately, constantly go inward in feeling, is my beingness accepted here? Constantly taking care of your beingness because it's so rare. Beingness in this world is so rare. So the moment you step outside of your own ashram, so to say, it's you step into the matrix, and you don't even have to connect with human beings to feel the energetic pressure that is in the ether. It all screams, don't be more. Consume more, eat more, work more. So it's an active focus. It takes a lot of focus to stay out of that indoctrination. Because everywhere you turn, unless you live somewhere in the forest or really in an environment that is not so dense with human activity. But when you do, it's hard work every day to stay out of indoctrination, the indoctrination that your beingness is not enough. So a lot of energies goes to focus, goes to alertness. And I'm not talking about a hypervigilant alertness. I'm talking about a self-remembrance, the moment you step into that ether of this play everyone is so identified with. And becoming alert in what parts of you are starting to wanting to match this frequency, what parts of the fragmented selves want to take over your beingness. And that for me is true awakening. Not it's easy to awaken when you're not part of society, when you are living remote, because you're not being challenged. You're only being challenged with your inner conditioning. You're not being challenged with all the energies that come at you the moment you are going out, the moment you are doing groceries, the moment you just walk on the street with all the fastness and the restlessness around you, all the consumption around you, all the emptiness around you. The moment I walk in nature, I am in nature, all of that falls away and it starts resonating with my beingness. The moment I am in that matrix, or the moment I turn on the TV, it's a completely different game. It's screaming at us. Do not be. You need, you need. The fullness of existence falls away. I experienced that also a lot in relationships, especially in romantic relationships. The moment the relationships becomes more serious, you feel that energetic story of the other person being, I want you to be this, I need you to be that. And if you are not careful, it becomes unnatural. Existence leaves, beingness leaves the relationship, and you start performing again. And of course, it's very interesting to inquire what makes you start performing again, huh? Because if you are full, if you experience fullness of existence inside of yourself, it's less likely that you feel the need to start working hard, to start performing. That's why I keep on coming back to how vital it is for one's spiritual growth to live at least a couple of years in solitude. To build a relationship with life, with existence, with beingness. Much love.